Oh, see, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. But, but, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Maybe I had like a request queue idea. Huh. So, we'll make this. So we'll have user data here, right? User data is player AI. Something like that. Okay. This probably can be fairly small. Okay. And here this needs to be modulated by request cup. Good, good. Um, there's no size. Obviously, we need to fetch the queue. There's no size, we just return nothing. If there is, we return what's on the cursor, right? And then we shift the cursor by 1. And we also modulate by request cam. And the size we decrease. Yeah, it's basically how you implement a circular queue. It has a cap. So it's not like it's gonna resize, but that's fine. I think if you well, whatever. Anyways, it's a big peak request, I feel like. Maybe it would even be here. And I feel like actually I would not want pop request, I would want reduce request. Here, AI. Huh. want this. Okay. 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 Why not half done? There is free runtime. Oh, because it's not Kairos, it's just runtime. Should probably prefix it to Kairos too. I would say. Problem how I did it is this is doing like I should have cleaned up that ages ago, but basically Antikythera is sort of like not really having a deneat or like a free stage. It always just has an init stage, and init stage is also like a cleanup for the last stage, so it's really awkward. Player AI. I'm right. Here I will say init runtime. Player AI Kairos runtime, and what I want to say here is AI script done. Kai. Okay. Now, if it was successful, is when we would also set the user data to the player AI, like this. Yeah. Okay. It's good enough. And now when I say make, that's when I would say queue request player AI. I can't wait to actually support default arguments because that will allow us to overload the make function with a lot of useful things. Like for example, optional position for the request, or if it should wait, for example, or like just optional additional things. Although we'll have to be careful to not do too much because if requests get too big, there might be a performance issue. Um, okay, I'll say static find validate unit ID. Shouldn't be AI priority, it should be request priority, I think. It's not really a fun having a logger. Mm. Those are runtime things, and technically those assertions should always be true uh for a valid Kairos program. So adding runtime checks for that would be not very much like efficient, right? The first time I'm actually using the formatting correctly. I mean at all. First time I'm actually using the formatting. That's something I want to use more often because it's actually useful to give more context. Mm. Okay. This is probably a warning, honestly. Oh, uh, Kairos warn is what I will use, I think, and I would use exec logger like this. I would use no token, and I would use this. Huh? Actually, we'll group those with us. We'll group those validating ones with assertions, since that's sort of like similar purpose or whatever, right? Huh. What now? We queue or request? Uh, so this is for test Kai. Ooh. What? They can't optimize it away? What? When did that happen? Uh, somehow ended game gets called. What? Oh, it can't find the tested Kai. I failed at this though. Yeah, right, okay. That makes sense. I was executing the program even though it shouldn't have. Huh? Let's see what we get. Why look for the AI script.kai. It's the same. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. So this is like this. One thing to think about is making this. Huh. Oh yeah, also. Let me add Han show grid Okay. Ah, game hooks, by the way. Now what I'm thinking of is row nav mesh. Right, yeah. I don't know how, but I always write game state with capital S somehow. It's just like I don't really shift quickly. Bit annoying. It's actually 2nd June. Keep making the streams late in the day, basically after midnight, which is bit annoying actually. Should be doing them immediately. It would be better. So I will set show nav mesh is now a setting. Not certain I've corrected. Oh yeah, I did. On user. Used for player AI. On queue request. Peak request. And pop quest. As well as request priority enum. And now this will be a funny one. Make all queue request correctly. Make time and unit count, validate unit ID and priority when applicable. Prevent. By array access out of bounds. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I have. Now make indicator in each layers. Okay. And actually, I kind of feel like I probably should do something else here. And what I should do is in AI, I should probably just say if I equals to players player 2's AI. Okay. Hmm. Um, don't really feel like interacting with this mess. But what I would love is to have like a section keyword, and it will say data like this, right? This would be epic, right? Uh, because what I really would want here is something like this, or rather, maybe I would say using struct data like this. That's what JI would do, right? One note here. Actually, there's something interesting that I think works in C++ that I didn't know it works. That you can actually define functions instead of functions. And the way you do it is by defining a struct with a function. Uh, this is stupid. What if I use static? You. Actually, I think this works, right? Yeah. XD. That's so stupid. Anyways, for now, I just make it a while loop, right? Yeah, I think there's those it. Alright, run. And now, yeah, we need to basically iterate over the units. And now what we need to say is order command build command. Get create command is truly what I would want. Say request unit ID. And now if command ID equals order ID build. That sounded differently, right? So now first of all, where's this? Okay. So now if we can't afford the commands, that's when we would break out and we would just say actually I don't need that. Just need success actually. And now if success is false. Yeah, it works. So I probably need to have like an array of ongoing tasks actually. Since yeah, anyways, when it's not a build, that's super easy. And when it is a build order. Um, yeah, so this is what I need. Let's actually get this whole thing. I don't really mind saying unit ID. Post request unit ID. Although obviously I do mind dereferencing on all pointers, and we'll move it here. Oh yeah, actually I did this builder thing, so that might be good enough for like that might mean that I don't necessarily need the task thing yet. Yeah, but if when this works, this will be able, like this will uh thinking. This will be pretty workable, I guess. So 1000 issues when you say success equals false, right? Actually, to handle the case when the worker dies or in any other means fails to complete the task. Yeah. It's a big robustness thing, otherwise AI will just fucking break. Is to do also handle the case, also log or also keep track if the request unit should be rebuilt when destroyed. How many times? Keep track how many times request unit should be rebuilt when destroyed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, this is when this actually works. I mean, it's kind of a pain to hook it with Antikythera because it just wasn't designed with it in mind. But when it is, and we have the this system with like implicit arguments, and I mean we don't have implicit arguments yet, so that's a to-do, and also cooking it up in Antikythera might take me a while, but when you actually are able to just say make like Unity barracks, rather run gallery, I think is the name now, or will be the name, maybe. And priority like high, maybe. And then you would say like rebuilds equals 3, of course. And you would say like wait equals true, and you would say like position equals like get safe position main town or something, right? Like when you can do something like this, that will be really epic. We'll actually add it here. To This is weird because this is like a very weird case because the default is actually like null. You could even imagine. But once we have this will be really epic. Yeah, and I can't wait, honestly. Okay. Now instead of saying AI reconstruct, I'll say if player AI runtime program. That's when we say this instead. It's called Kairos, and it's like a domain-specific scripting language. I'm trying to make it as fast as possible without it being compiled. It's kind of the requirement I have, unfortunately, because compilations, but uh, it's just not in scope. It's too difficult and too unwieldy for this. But basically, this is a language for AI and triggers for an RTS game, and it's meant to allow you to express a lot more than what we used to have in Brood War, which is more like it reminds me of bash scripting or even as assembly, although it doesn't have like proper variables. Even it doesn't have any. I mean, it has control flow, but it's super gimmicked and all. And this actually has like asynchronous control flow, if statements, while loops, etc. So it's gonna be really epic for making things, I think. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we don't compile right now. And that's weird because it doesn't expect the token here. It's either a statement or an N of scope. This is weird. It's like, wait. Are you sure request handling for Kairos with an AI? I would like to know. Yeah, Albion's a behemoth. I like at some point I would like to give it a try, but from what I've heard, it's not that pleasant. And I know I can't use this for this project because I would have to ship it with the engine, and that's not feasible. Yeah. I would recommend you the Crafting Interpreters book though, if you would want to start. I think it's a decent book for starting out. Helped me a lot, especially with bytecode. It doesn't really go in depth with like optimization and static typing and yeah, those are I guess the main two that I wish it had covered in more depth, but it didn't. But I still feel like it's a really good book for writing your first language. So I'll post it in the chat. Ah, really? Do I not expect a semicolon here? generally one big tip for parsing is to split lexical analysis and parsing to two stages. So basically, that's like the first one combines characters, like a string of characters, into like useful tokens that are convenient, and the parser actually parses like the actual syntax and like operation precedence and stuff like that. And then for starting out, it's probably better to just traverse the abstract syntax tree for execution, but when you're comfortable with that, doing bytecode is also much appreciated, I feel like. Okay, so here we want semicolon, say expected semicolon wait keyword. Yeah, so that's an oversight on my part. Let's compile now. Of course, wouldn't work. I don't know the fucking names. Mm. One thing that is not appreciated about the current system is that it will not look ahead for the next request when the current one is just not feasible to process. And you do need to be careful with that, of course, since sometimes you do want to wait, you do want to make it locking. It could be a parameter for the request, but it could also just be something to think about because, like, for the sake of like training units, basically, if there's no production available to make it, and it doesn't isn't like currently working, right? Uh, like if all production structures for the unit are busy, then it should be fine to look ahead past that token. Is my thinking. Same weird problem with semicolons again. And error I'm getting is not useful. Read function. I think I might know what it is. Yeah, so this, right? No, double semicolon here. Um, so now what's happening here? Mm. What? Oh. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So basically what I need here is to say, so first of all I would want to pop it, but I say accept token. Yeah. Thank you for coming. And yeah. Hope to see you later. So here I could just accept the ERF and say return 0. Ryan probably works. Oh yeah, of course. One thing I would want to do, Ryan, is actually take runtime like this. I would be much appreciated, right? Oh, yeah, of course. If no command is when we continue. And I should say also. Okay. Um. Okay. I also should break here. And I should actually. True. Actually, I'll just make it here. Now success is false by default and okay. I'll have shitty buff finding. So paralytic, honestly. So yeah, it's very much locking, doesn't do any picking right now, but Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it, honestly. It's a good set of changes. We are having arrows being executed for the AI. Sort of. But yeah. It's good progress. Okay. So that's it. Bye.